Hello, very dear Black Moon Lilith in Virgo. Welcome to the Psychic Garden. If you have your Black Moon Lilith in Virgo or in the 6th house, this reading is for you. Here we look into how Black Moon Lilith has affected your life and how to work with it. You can go directly to the reading by following the timestamp below or stay with me for a little introduction. So I would right now explain a bit of how this Black Moon Lilith aspect might have played through your life. Having Black Moon Lilith in Virgo might mean something related to perfectionism, career, and the challenge to put everything together for others, be there for others, be there arranging kind of all the pieces in the disaster zone. And in career related subjects, this presents itself both in the form of perfectionism and of planning. So this is more or less what this aspect might have done for you, for your life. And you might feel kind of determined by this current of thought, of action, of just simply getting used to be the person who shows up. This is one characteristic. Another characteristic maybe has to do with how you're grounding yourself. If you allow yourself the space to be in your body, if you have a good connection with your body, with the earth, with the elements, with nature, or if you have a separation of this from this. If you have a separation, this means the wound is still playing out. If you feel connected, this means that you've healed that part of the wound. And yeah, this is precisely the thing with wounds. They don't stay for us forever if we heal them. And actually the healing is part of our life purpose. So it's an invitation. Healing something about ourselves is always an invitation to bring in some challenges and to work with our aspects so that then we can enjoy the fruits of this. So this is healing is uncomfortable, but also brings a lot of wonderful. So the end of every aspect that is healed is just a much better place than before. And with healing as well with everything else, of course, one doesn't do it just for the arriving point. The journey is as important. So before I start going more and more into cliched type of words, I will start with your reading. And I thank you for being here. I welcome you and your guides to this place of just looking into what's in your path. Night vision. And this calls to be the center energy, synchronicity. Fall. And this fall card refers to the season. Not to the falling. Sometimes it might relate to the falling action depending on the community, on the context. Community, what is the next card? And loss. Okay, so right now this is precisely what I was saying. You might have lost your connection with nature. So this is the number one thing that if you bring into your life will transform in ways that you didn't thought possible. Because it's so simple, but yet brings a lot of transformation and of goodness just by a simple act of connecting with nature. if you live in a city and in a small apartment, is this apartment full of life, plants? Bring plants to your place. This is like the number one thing to do for you. If you're doing something, taking steps forward, bring plants or schedule some type of activity in nature that is a routinely activity, that you do it every 3 days, every week, every type of cycle that you decide what's connected to you, and do this. Connect with nature. Make a plan to go out with friends to a lake, somewhere nice. Also, because this is what I was feeling with the reading, with the energy before. We have just gone through winter in the north hemisphere of the earth, and we, in this cold weather, we tend to be more inside and then disconnect from the trees, from the environment, natural environment. So it's kind of, we have to start going back. So I don't know how long this winter season has been in your life. It might be there for years now, that you feel so disconnected for such a long period of time, and it's time to go back and to start feeling the ground, connecting with the ground, connecting with matter, with the soil. Synchronicity and community. This is both sides of the night vision card. So there are things that you might be seeing in your dreams that have to do with how people have affected your life, and how you have affected them, and how also this will shape your future relationships. It's saying that every relationship has a deeper meaning behind, and it's your task right now to understand, kind of follow the threads that each relationship left in your life. Follow the clues, the pathways, connect the dots of how these relationships have shaped you. And in that way, you're going to know yourself better, because knowing ourselves is sometimes a challenge. How do we know ourselves? How do we know when we lie to ourselves, when we are good to ourselves, when we are taking ourselves to better places, or when we are taking ourselves to the common zone, the comfort zone? We getting to know ourselves is the journey. Right now, for you to dissect parts of yourself, the clues to follow are how people have shaped you. These people were meant to be in your life to show you parts of yourselves. This is the synchronicity card saying. And what have they helped you see in yourself? And reflect on that. Reflect on that when you are about to sleep at night, and you might get further clues in your dreams. Okay? We'll see what awaits you in the next months. Let me see what's coming for you. What's in your present, and how are you walking through the future months? Devil card reversed. 7 of Swords. Three of Swords. Wow. I think you are shaming yourself more than necessary. King of Swords. There's something about you regretting King of Wands. Some type of things you've said. Knight of Cups. So with the Devil in the reverse, this is again not grounding yourself, is making you imagine things, and then after you imagine them, you speak them out loud, and kind of creating a situation around you with your words that then you regret. And then you disconnect more from your body because it's like you feel ashamed type of yourself. You put this on yourself, you regret, you disconnect from your body and your emotions because you don't want to feel this shame. And what I have to tell you is you don't have anything to be ashamed about. Okay? We all make mistakes and we learn through those mistakes. So the first thing to do is to let the shame wash away, really, and start tenderly looking into how you can take care of the kind of the scars left by those quote-unquote mistakes, left by those things that you said that you didn't mean to say. So you might have left some imprints around you with your words, as we all do. We all have, and our words have this impact on the people around us. And you might have even, you feel even more ashamed than normal. Like you're regretting because of this perfectionist aspect in yourself. You're regretting it much bigger than the actual impact they had. Yes, of course they have an impact on the people around you. Yes, what you say matters. And yes, you might have hurt someone or just said something that you didn't mean. But you are making it much bigger in your mind. When you connect to the reality, when you connect to the sensations in your body, you will see it's not as bad as you think. King of Wands, you have the power to speak up. Here is the Swords first. To speak up, to say the things that correct these past mistakes, that allow you to feel understood and to understand the other's perspectives, that allow a communication coming from the soul, from the heart. And accompanying the King of Swords is the King of Wands, heart. You have the power with this fire within you, which is made out of love, to heal all those mistakes you think you made with your voice, with your ideas. And how can you be patient with yourself so that you can speak slower? You don't have to move so fast as you think you have to. You can move slower. And the Knight of Cups, again, moving from a place of love, of care, of tenderness. Because, yes, your nervous system might be triggered, very triggered, because of this mindset shaming yourself so much. And the solution is as simple as I was saying, connect with nature. And they want more cards because they want to say something else that's not related to this. 8 of Wands, yeah, it's related to 4 of Swords. Yeah. And Eight of Pentacles. Very interesting. So, again, the Eight of Pentacles is here as your support for transformation. Earth is your support for transformation. But again, it's you learning to make your mind a comfortable place by connecting with nature, with the Eight of Pentacles. And I think that what brings the difference from the previous is that you might be expecting someone else to show up to tell you something first, with the Eight of Wands, to tell you something before you move, before you take a decision, move forward in some sort of activity with your life, get on with some things, conclude a certain cycle, start a certain cycle. You might be waiting for some type of external message. But this message, this external thing that you're waiting for, is already within you. Okay? And how is it within you? When you connect the dots of how you've been there for communities, for the people around you, for your family, and how they have affected you, this will give you the answers you need with this specific communication you are waiting for. There are other people in your energy which want you more than ever to really ground and to not feel ashamed. And the people that you are waiting for communication with are sending you their support in other ways that you simply might not see them, but they are sending you their support. How can you see their support? How can you validate other ways of supporting you? And this reminded me of the love language type of talk, that we have different love languages and people express love through gifts, other through letters, other through actions, and we don't feel loved if the other person doesn't speak our love language, right? This is kind of this situation. You're expecting someone to express their care and love for you, and they are doing it, but their love language at this moment is not synchronized with yours. And what I mean here, it's more complex than just the love language. Is their way of being able to be present is not what you would expect them to do right now. And it's okay. It's the way it should be. It's meant to be that way, because in that way you are connecting with yourself, which is the most important thing to do in your life. To find yourself, as I was saying at the beginning of this reading, to find yourself. Eight of Pentacles is, here's the Virgo energy. And how are you like this opportunity to heal the Lilith aspect is being handed to you in your challenges you're encountering in life, in your career challenges specifically. How can you show up for the people around you in a way that allows you to transform for your own and others' good, to make the space in your life a safe space, a comfortable space, a better place to live, to make the world a better place by making, first of all, your environment a better place. And these are going to be, how do you make your environment a better place, is the question for you to ask each morning. What do you bring to your environment today? And as I said, material things as plants are already important. So even things as specific and explicit as what is in your vision as plants, nature, but also things as your mindset. Don't bring that shameful part anymore. It doesn't serve you well. It serves you well to know your boundaries, to know who you are, to talk from your truth, speak your truth, and to bring the power that you have. You have a lot of power. And that's why you might feel ashamed, like kind of, I have abused my power. And you haven't. You simply are learning to use it, as we all are. Okay? You're learning, and you're walking this journey with heart. You're here patiently listening to yourself, listening to your guides. So connect with yourself, put a hand in your body and say to yourself, you're safe, you're good, you're okay. You did well, and you're doing better each day. You're bringing all you can to the world each day to make it a safer place for all of us. You have to, your guides want me to show you this card for some reason. And of course, I know, I thought I saw a hand connecting with the body, but it's how you are connecting with your body and with your whole self. How are you embracing your shadows? And what is visible in your shadows that can guide you? Don't run away from them. Embrace them. Look into them. Make friends with them. One reason that you might have run away from your shadows is because you thought that if you make friends with your shadows, then you will abuse your power once again. But making friends with our shadow side doesn't mean to allow them to run the show. It means to negotiate with them. How are you negotiating with your shadows? You are the one in power, not them. Okay? And you are the one who can give them force to stand up for yourself. This is, your shadow can be also this inner wise beast that allows you to stand up for yourself and for your values. Okay. I'm sending a lot of love your way. I honor you, I honor your path, and I welcome you to this space. Stay around for other readings, of course, and share, like, subscribe, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.